We are live. Hey
Woohoo!
everybody.
Hello,
Hey
everyone.
everybody. And for the people who are watching the replay,
Oh,
hey, welcome. We are here again. Let's see who's in the chat. It looked like Stephanie showed up early, honey. Stephanie from Creatively Miss Me is
hey, Stephanie.
present and accounted for. Hey
Yeah.
Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie.
All right, I'm just waiting for these comments to see who's in here. Looks like people are starting to join. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. It's
Happy
the end of
Friday.
the
Friday.
week,
Happy
ladies.
Friday.
Happy Friday. Hey, here's Stephanie.
Hello, everyone.
Present and accounted for, guys. Present and accounted for. We are happy to be here again with you guys today on another Friday. We're going to kick it for the next hour and give it all we got. We're going to chat it up
Yes.
and just have a jolly old time as we head into the weekend. Angela, hi, Angela. Hi,
Hey,
Donzel. Where are you
Angela.
ladies joining us from? Let me know where you're joining us from, ladies. All right. People are
All right,
starting to
Donzel.
join us.
Hello.
Jacqueline's in here.
Hey,
Walking as
Jacqueline.
Jesus walk. That's my aunt from Florida.
Hey,
Hey.
Aunt from Florida.
Hello.
Hey,
And
Aunt.
that's Bree saying hello, everyone. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Angela is from Brooklyn, New York.
Hey, my
Ooh,
brother.
Brooklyn. All
Okay,
right.
my daughter is in here. Toronto in the house. Hey, Amoya. Hey,
Hey.
All
Gina.
right.
Hey. Welcome, everybody. We are so happy that you could join us today. Robin's in here. Hey, Robin from Virginia.
Hey,
All
Thank
Robin.
you,
right,
Robin. We love you
Robin.
too. Thanks for
From the
joining
buddy
us.
from Virginia.
Oh, hey,
Virginia, yes.
Robin.
That's Bree's neck of the woods, honey. Virginia,
Yes.
Virginia. Put the comments on the screen for all to see. Okay, and here Jacqueline
Louisiana.
from Louisiana.
Okay.
Bliss is in here. Hey, Pedal, live from
Hey, Petals.
Florida. Hey.
Hey. Oh, she's still in Toronto.
Welcome, everybody. Who did we
She's
just
from
lose?
Canada.
Yes, she
Mm-hmm.
is. She's actually from my city. We live in the same city, about 15 minutes apart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So everybody's
Occasional
joining in.
nails from Atlanta. Ooh, Atlanta's in
Occasional
the house.
nails. Yes, Atlanta in the house, honey. Everybody is showing up tonight live and in living color.
Yes.
All right, let's kick this off. Ladies, did you have a great week? How was your week?
Yes.
Great
Yes.
week so far. You're happy it's Friday?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Happy
It's been a busy.
Friday. Friday. I live for Fridays.
I
Yes.
know that's
We should
right.
have every week, every day, Friday in the
I
week.
know that's right. I know that is right. That is right. Oh my goodness.
It
So
wasn't too bad this week though, because everybody was at a conference this week in Florida. I work for NASA, and
Mhm.
they went to see a launch in
Oh,
Florida at the KSC. So everybody was at a conference. I didn't want to go, so I stayed here and mind the virtual office.
So basically, what Bree's trying to say, she's just happy everybody left and she was by herself.
There you
right.
go. I was trying to do it the nice way, but that's basically it.
Right. So you probably got less emails and everything, right?
I know
Girl,
that's
I got so
right.
much done. It was heaven.
All right. Hey, Tori. All right, guys, let's get started. And the first
Oh,
thing we're
Tori
going to
is
do,
from my hometown. Hey,
yes,
Detroit.
Western Virginia
Detroit is where I'm
or
from, actually.
Detroit. Okay, that's right. So
Oh,
you have you're both of your cities are represented in the
yeah.
live tonight. Got paid a day early, paid 3 credit card payments early. Woohoo! You better go ahead and pay
All
them
right.
bills.
Let's take care of business. Yes.
Make that money. She's like paying bills early. I know that's right.
Right. Those some boss moves. I love
Boss,
Yeah,
it.
I know that's right.
exactly. All right. So what we're gonna do? I'm just gonna take the time to introduce the wonderful panelists, my beautiful sisters. First up, we have the amazing, the beautiful, the Detroit straight to Virginia, Bree from Modern Living with Bree. Hey, hey, welcome,
Hey,
welcome,
hey,
welcome,
hey.
Bree.
Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
to the
So
chat.
glad you came to join us today. I am happy to be here. Thank God it's Friday.
Yes, yes. All right, next to Bree, I'm just going on in the order of the pictures on my screen. We have the amazing, the beautiful, the talented Kenya from Kenya's The Core
Huh?
Corner. Hey, hey.
Hi, guys. Welcome. Thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome. And then next we have, everybody's amazing, beautiful, talented, the amazing, the beautiful, the talented Shakira from Style by Shakira. Hey, Kira. Hey, hey.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. And last but most certainly not least, we have the beautiful, the talented, the amazing, the glitz and the glam queen. Honey, we have Miss Felisa from Home
Hello,
Market with
everyone.
Felisa.
Ooh,
Hey,
Felisa.
hey. So I'm down here in Houston, H-Town. Me and Kenya representing Houston, Texas.
Go
I
ahead
know,
then.
All
right?
right.
I'm
All
like, where
right.
Texas at? Where Texas at?
Houston in the house. Houston in the
Yes.
house. And ladies and gentlemen, if you notice tonight, we are missing one of our divas, and that would be Wani. Wani is off spending some much needed quality time with her hubby, honey. It is their anniversary. Wani, we just want to wish you a happy anniversary.
Happy
Happy anniversary,
anniversary.
Wani.
Guys, if you're in the
Yes.
chat, go ahead and wish Wani and her hubby a happy anniversary. Happy
Yes.
anniversary to you, Wani. We miss you, but we know that you got to spend some quality time with hubby,
Yes.
especially around this
Absolutely.
time. And last but
Mhm.
not least, again, I'm your gracious host, Shalomi, your glamorous penny pincher.
Woo-hoo.
Woo! And then in the chat, we have our gracious moderator. We have Stephanie from Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie.
Ooh.
Ladies and
All right.
gentlemen, if you are not following Stephanie, make sure you go over there and check out her channel to see all the goodies she has going on over there. And of course, for us, please visit our channels and make sure that you are subscribed to all of
Yes.
us because we have
Thumbs
amazing,
up.
amazing content coming. Let me see. You put an emoji in the chat if you are already following our channels. Why don't you put the fire
Oh,
emoji? Put the
yes.
fire emoji in the chat if you're already following our channels. If I don't see a fire emoji, then I know that you're not following our channels. And then that would be your assignment for the weekend for you to go ahead and support.
For the next hour. They don't need the whole weekend to do that. You could do that within the hour.
Okay, so Kenya, you
Within
have
an
the
hour,
next
yeah.
hour.
Within,
Go
yes, that
subscribe
is.
to the channel, right? So
Why
you
waste time? Well, no need to waste any more time. They wasted enough.
I know that's right. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. All right, the fire emoji and are coming in, and the congratulations and the happy anniversaries to Wani
Um,
and hubby are coming in. Okay, so
awesome.
Robin says she's following all of us. So thank you guys for the follow. If you're following us, the next thing I want to know, ladies, beautiful ladies, what are you
You.
drinking today? Real quick before we get into the meat of the matter, Bree, what are you drinking today?
Well, today I am doing the water. I need to drink some water today. I'm dehydrated.
Say it like you said it before. What are you drinking?
The water.
Water. She's Jamaican. She's drinking water. All right.
Water.
Kenya, what are you drinking, Kenya?
So I
Water.
am drinking some green tea, some ginger green tea. Haven't been feeling my best, so I did make myself a little tea with one of my little honey stirs.
Yes,
Guys, if you haven't had ginger tea, it is perfection.
Perfection.
absolutely.
Love ginger
I
tea.
can attest to that. Kira, what you drinking?
Mhm. Well,
Say
I
that.
have me a sangria.
Go ahead with
Ooh,
the
A
sangria. Go
sangria.
ahead. Go ahead,
Ooh.
Kira. That looks
I'm
good.
gonna
That
have
looks
to come to.
yummy.
I'm gonna have to go to her house on Fridays.
I know that's
Oh,
right. We all need to pack up and go to Kira's house because Kira be having a
yes,
Why
drink.
is that Kira's house?
that's what we need to be.
And
Mhm.
Lisa, what are you drinking today?
I'm like Bree today. I'm drinking water today. I
All
need to keep
right.
hydrated.
All
Mhm.
right. Toast the clear skin. And today, guys, I am drinking ginger ale, except for it is in a wine glass. Okay. Because, I got to keep it bougie. I do not
Speaking of which,
I
Tillman,
do
you know
not
I
be
have to have
drinking.
a pretty cup too. I'm
I
not
know.
with I'm not with the white cup, but you gotta drink tea. So I got some hot water here, but I had to bring my cute cup too.
Of course, that's right.
Gotta coordinate.
Oh, that's cute.
Give it up for the ginger ale one time. What are you guys drinking in the chat? I see Robin. Robin, it says, I'm drinking a Pepsi, honey, and enjoying it too. Robin's drinking her Pepsi. Make sure you have a drink, guys. Every Friday when you come on, make sure that you have a drink in hand. Whether you want to have your hard drinks or your soft drinks, your teas, whatever you want to bring to the show, come on with it. Come with it. Come with it. Stephanie is drinking water. Cheers to water, guys, and clear skin, okay? And be
Yeah.
hydrated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 7:11. We are going to head and go right into the show. Tonight, we are discussing, as you guys already know, Property Brothers Forever Home. Tonight, we are looking at season 8, episode 7, and this one was entitled Split Level Conundrum. Let me see you put a raise hand emoji in the chat if you were able to catch the episode. Oh, my daughter said with the water, honey. She said heavy on the clear skin. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I'll drink water next week. I'll bring my water next week. Cranberry and ginger ale. Oh God, a lot of people is drinking water. Awesome, awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Oh, some A Daily says she having some Tim Hortons coffee. Praise God. I miss Tim Hortons coffee and I wish I had some right now. But for now, the ginger ale will do. All right. So Tori said, yes, she watched the episode. Let's keep the chat going with the raise hand emojis if you saw the episode. And make sure, guys, that you jump in and join us in the conversation. All right. So let's kick it off. So we all had an opportunity to watch the episode, and we're going to start off with first impressions. Ladies, what were your first impressions when Drew and Jonathan got to the house?
I like the I lost my train of thought. I like the curb appeal.
Yes.
It had a nice curb appeal. I like
Yeah.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The neighborhood was beautiful and green and
Yeah.
lush. I love
Yeah.
that.
I thought this is my kind of house and my kind of neighborhood. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it too. And I love
I
the
love
corner
the
lot.
Uh-huh.
I love the split levels. I love split level homes. So that was my first thought when I seen it. I said, "Oh, this is a split level. This is going to be nice,
Mhm.
nice split level and cluttered."
Kira, what were your first impressions when you saw it? Kira looks
Kira's
like
frozen.
she's some technical issues. We'll circle back with Kira. All right. And when they entered the door, guys, I thought the space was nice and big, but to me, everything was outdated. Kira, what are your thoughts? You look like you're back. First impressions on the house.
Oh yes, I totally. First impressions, like Felisa mentioned, I did enjoy looking at the curb appeal because I absolutely love looking at that. When people, set up their outside for the curb appeal, that just kind of enlightens what you expect for it to be when you walk in. But upon opening up, it was nothing that I expected. It was a house full of clutter. Oh my goodness, it's stuff just everywhere. It's just it needed some real help from the Property Brothers.
Yeah.
Awesome. So in this case, this was I think like getting the inside to line up with the outside, right? Because the outside
Right.
was beautiful, but then when you walk in, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
So like I said, the space was big, the split level with the
Mhm.
living room. But it was a lot of mismatching going on. A lot of dining room is now the office with all the stuff
Yeah.
on it. And I was like, I don't know what is happening here, but they
It
did the
even
right thing by calling in Drew and Jonathan. They definitely
Right.
made the Property Brothers to come in. Any other
Well, anybody can need the
first
Property
impression?
Brothers if they have a leg table lamp. I just think the
I know
fishnet
with the fishnet
stockings.
stockings. Did
I
y'all get
like
the
it.
fishnet?
What
You
was
know,
it? A what? What did you
that's
say,
not my
Bobby?
jam. It's not my jam, but I thought it was fun and quirky, and I
It
liked
was
the
very
couple,
fun
and
and
so it was
quirky. It
perfect
was
for
the
them.
fishnet stocking table lamp.
The table
You know,
lamp
It's
that
from
was
very
the
the
leg.
famous. Yeah,
from the
it's
That
a
was
movie.
the
very
leg.
See
famous.
that? I didn't see that. I must have missed that.
Oh, they showed it a
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
couple times. I think the camera guys got a kick out of it because they showed it a
They
couple
sure did.
times.
They sure
I
did.
didn't see that.
You know
Stephanie
what,
said,
Felicia? It's
yes,
from the
about
movie
stuff
The
right on the
Christmas
shoulder.
Story.
hmm
Go ahead, Kenya.
I was saying it's from the movie The Christmas Story. So and I love that movie. It's like a classic. So when I saw the leg lamp, I was like, they need to put it in the window so everybody could see it.
I know that's right. We like it's like window
Go back
shopping.
and
People
check
walking
that
by.
out because I missed that.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was interesting. I thought they had it in the wrong spot. It'd been great right there on top of the bar, but I thought, yeah, it
I
was a
know that's
great
right. I know that's
character. It
right.
was a great character, but I thought it would have been fine on top of that bar because you
Yeah,
give somebody, a nice conversation piece.
absolutely. By the
Absolutely.
bar. A Daily said nothing was matching, honey. Nothing was matching. You
No.
are right about that. Another thing that I glimpsed, did you guys see the lantern that was on the ground? It's
I
like
did. That
Oh,
was so
was that a
cool.
lantern?
I said to myself, I said that looks like they've had it for a while, but it's
Yeah.
so trendy now. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, the trends done caught up with them.
Yeah.
What they
Mhm.
had?
All the
What they
wood.
had? Tea
It,
lights, tea light candles in the mouth. Were they tea light candles?
they look
Yeah,
like
I
full
think
candles to
they
me.
look like maybe this
Like,
big,
yeah.
but it looked like
Yeah.
they
Okay.
put them in there. Yeah,
I wouldn't have had the candles in there, but I thought that was a really interesting piece and definitely a conversation piece. So I thought it was cool. Like you said, when you walked in, the space was so open. So I was like, oh, this is a nice house. It looked dated, like it was from the 80s to me. It was like the decor and everything was from the early 80s. But I felt like the family had some really
Mhm.
interesting pieces. And so I thought, wow, this is an interesting couple with interesting items in their home. So I was really curious to see how Drew and Jonathan were going to work with them and their clearly eclectic style.
yeah, absolutely.
Yes, yes. I love that light fixture above that dining table. I
Yeah,
With
Oh,
the
wasn't
with the
that
yeah.
with
wasn't
the
that
with the mini
unique?
bulb.
That was unique.
it
Very
was
unique, very industrial. They had every style
right.
in that house.
Yeah,
Very
Now
eclectic,
that was
very,
eclectic. Now that was an
very.
eclectic house.
they
Mm-hmm.
were like, we'll just put everything out and see what sticks, honey. Kira,
They
I'm
like,
gonna
we like to
invite
put it
you.
here.
I know,
We
Kira,
like
I'm
it.
gonna invite you to jump in at any point because I'm not sure when you are. It looks like you're having a little bit of a glitching. So if I'm not reaching out to you,
Absolutely.
just jump in. Just jump in at any point. All right, so good. And one of the things that I noticed too is that they had done the floors, a part of the floors, which was very nice, uh,
Mhm.
which helped with the project a lot. Very nice flooring. It reminds me of the flooring I had when I was living in Canada, with the exception these were actual tiles that look
That's what I
like
was getting ready to
hardwood.
say. They were tiles, right?
There are tiles that
Yeah,
look like hardwood.
yeah.
hmm
I remember considering them for my home a while back, and then we were like, no, let's just go with the hardwood because with the tile and we're in Canada, it can get cold, and we're like, no,
Mhm.
hmm
let's just go with the hardwood. I'm gonna tell you the next thing I saw
hmm
that was really interesting,
Unless you have
guys.
heated floors.
The two chairs. Did y'all see the chairs?
Those were
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
They're made out of wine barrels. Made
Yes,
out of wine
They
barrels.
Mm-hmm.
I
are.
believe it.
They were beautiful.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yes.
yes.
gonna tell you
Yeah.
what, I went on vacation at the beginning of 2020, right before the
Oh yeah.
pandemic. And the hotel that we stayed at, it was a brand new hotel in the Dominican Republic. And those are the chairs that they had in one of our
Oh,
Oh.
sitting areas.
really?
I remember taking a picture by it. I thought they
Wow.
were so cool. So to
Yeah.
see it in their house, I was like,
Oh.
wow, those are the chairs from the DR. And the little table that they had between it was also
Hmm.
very, very unique. They had some nice
Yes,
unique pieces.
they
They
Very.
did.
did have some unique
Mm-hmm.
pieces. Very unique.
Very
And
Yeah.
a lot of wine.
a lot of wine. Did y'all
Yeah.
hear
Mhm.
Trey, their Hillary and Trey? Did y'all hear Trey said he used some of it to pay for their wedding? That means he must
Yes.
have had a collection.
He
He
sold
has
it.
a great
Yeah.
collection. Hmm.
Exactly. I was like, what an interesting hobby. To me, this couple was really
Yes,
interesting to
yes.
me.
He said,
Um,
Mhm.
yeah. I thought that was pretty cool that he did that, that he had that as a resource too,
yeah,
you know. So, but I thought that those chairs were, when I saw them immediately, I was like, what is that? That is so cool. And then the table too. Yeah. I was like, oh, this is nice. They got some nice stuff. Really cool
Yeah,
piece.
really
That
different. A lot
piano
of
was, I thought that
conversation
was a
started.
great antique. That piano was just
Mm. 1935, I think.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That was
1940 something. Yeah.
yes,
It
very
was
beautiful.
a beautiful antique.
yeah,
It
absolutely.
wasn't your classic polished black
Yeah,
lacquer.
yeah,
It was like a grain wood. It was just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Ooh,
We lost
we
Kenya.
lost Kenya.
Yeah, she hopefully she'll be back in a minute, but we're gonna just move right along. Tori said yes, the piano was beautiful.
Yes, it
Hmm.
was.
Absolutely was. What do you guys think
Very
about the
beautiful.
kitchen? Let's move on to the kitchen.
70s.
Oh,
It was
a
definitely in the
nightmare.
70s. I don't
Um,
think that
Yes,
kitchen
clearly,
had been that
clearly.
Hoping these
kitchen.
updates.
It didn't look like it had been updated since the build of the home.
and the home,
Hmm.
I think the home was built like in the 70s. Kira, go ahead. Kira, with
1976,
your
I think.
comment.
I think 1976.
The
Yeah.
original.
The
Kira
counters.
said the
Did
original.
you see the countertop?
I was just getting
Yeah,
ready to
the
say because back then, what was it? Yellow?
Yes.
What
It
color
was
was
it's
it?
like
white.
the little
It was
white tiles, the
white.
little subway tiles.
Yeah, subway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Just
that's right.
tile,
Stephanie
yeah.
said, Stephanie said, and the baby island.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
the
wish
baby
I
island.
could. That's that island that they
It
had in
was.
the over in our house. I need that size island. I need a baby island.
You need a baby island.
I want a baby island.
I think that probably back then when the house was built, that was like the island that was popping at that time, right? We didn't have
What
these
they
big, as the years go
That's
by,
true.
we're doing like the whole
Mhm.
bigger is better thing. So
Right.
I think it was good
That's what was
it was
in.
probably
Mhm.
at that, during that time, that's what was popping. And
And
sure
that
it's popping
stove, that
now here
oven,
from
that's what
Kenya.
tickled me.
That's
What
The
That
was that,
oven.
built-in
Kenya?
microwave. Now, I don't know. Was that 70s or 60s? Because I've never
That
seen
looks
it
60s to
before.
me, but that house was built, which it says 1978, but that wall oven was
I don't know
The
how.
wall oven, the oven with the built-in microwave.
It was not.
I don't know what period that was from. It was weird.
Yes, I've never seen.
I'm like, I have never seen that either.
the noise that
Oven
it
with the
made. It
built-in
sounded like some
microwave.
sort of I don't know, something that you would find in
In another
some kind of
country.
factory. Yes, it
You
was
did not say another
factory.
country.
It was like a
So scary.
That it looked like because like I'm in a healthcare field, right? And so that looked like one of those type of machines that we would use to sterilize some medical instruments or something.
That's
Oh
what it
yeah.
Right.
was. Yes,
That's
that's
what
what
it
it was.
reminded me of.
I know that's right. I know.
That's what it was, Stephanie.
I
It
know
looked like it sounded like an X-ray machine.
y'all are steady hating on these people. It's the X-ray machine.
It was bad. I thought it was funny too. They had two toaster ovens next to each other to accommodate for the lack of
The
stove and
lack of the
microwave issue.
microwave and oven use. I know that's right.
You get pretty creative with those toaster ovens. I seen people bake a cake in it. I mean,
Well,
you
who
make it work.
knows?
You
Maybe
make it
Hillary
work.
was doing that. Maybe Hillary was doing that, baking her chicken, her cakes, whatever.
Sunny, they say
Inside of
space
those.
age oven.
Oh my God,
Space age
Gina,
oven.
Gina did not say the MRI machine. Yeah, I'm through with all of you. I am through with all of you in the chat. These people's oven with the built-in microwave in it. All right, guys. Interesting. So moving right along, guys. What did you guys think about the pool house? They had a
I
pool
love
house.
it.
Beautiful.
I
On
love
the
that
outside.
idea.
that they
I
have.
loved it. I love that idea. A pool house? Yes.
The outside of it
Absolutely.
was beautiful. Walking in was a little spooky. It was like, ooh.
It was very spooky inside.
Yeah.
I
Which was
just didn't
kind of
understand why she wanted that pool house to double. I can understand her wanting privacy, but if you had, she wanted it to be a guest house in her office. So what's she gonna do when she have guests and she have to work?
she gonna take time off when the guests come. She gonna
Yeah,
take
That's
that's
the only
true.
things that
vacation.
she can do. That little
Yeah.
petition ain't gonna
Right.
work. But
Or go back into her dining room, right?
I know.
That was
Temporarily,
not
just
gonna
gonna
work.
mess the place right back up because you did
Yes.
the pool room. The pool room was doing a double.
Yep.
And I think also, I don't know if you can, guys, but with it being a pool house, are you able to rent a pool house? Could you rent a pool house? I know they're in California. If you can,
Hmm.
that's a nice little piece of
Income
rental income
property.
right
Yeah.
there.
that
Hmm.
is.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to
Oh,
make it out of
It
a
would be
home,
actually.
I know that the zoning requirements, if it's going to be a separate building, um, besides your own house, there's different kind of zoning requirements that has to happen. But yeah, you're right. It's a second home. What do you call it? A mother-in-law house?
yeah.
Like
Look, I
in
like
Miami
G's
or something.
comment saying those creatures in the pool house were scary. I thought it was so hilarious when
Me too.
Drew and Jonathan were like, "Oh, let me tell you, I think your pool house is haunted."
It sure was.
I was like, "Oh, cute."
They tickle me when they be
Yeah.
when
You
they.
guys know I don't do Halloween. I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't decorate Halloween.
Me
So when I
neither.
saw that, I was like,
Yeah,
"Ah, that's cute." And yeah, they need to find another place for that or just get rid of it.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie
Mm-hmm.
says it depends on where you live for the pool house. So maybe
Yeah,
in
I
some
agree.
states you can, or maybe in other states you can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the family area.
Go ahead, talk about it.
I like how she did that. Move right on in there.
Oh, we did skip over it, but then they have a nice bar area down there. That was
Oh
nice.
yeah,
I
the
Oh
like that bar
yes.
yeah,
area.
nice little bar
Uh-huh.
area.
Yeah.
That
It
was
was
a
it was
nice
all
bar area.
outdated.
At the bar.
Yeah, it
That's
was
why I said that
outdated, but it was a
It
nice,
was
nice.
nice.
It was a
Yeah.
it
nice
was a
space.
nice area. I like that whole to actually tell you, the truth, I like the whole house because it's laid out like mine. It reminds me of my house when I looked at it. The
Oh.
split level, the
The split
entertainment
level.
downstairs, and the kitchen on the other level. It just reminded
Yes,
me a lot
that's right. That's
of
right.
my
Yeah.
house. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, Bree. Because in Bree's some of her Bree's videos, like her holiday videos, you can see her setting up like the bar area for her like
Mhm.
holiday stuff. That is
Mhm.
right. But
Yeah.
walking in and looking at that house, it's that house had a lot of potential, a lot like
Yeah.
A
so
lot of
that
potential.
Yeah.
they could do with it, right? It was
Great
just a little
Definitely.
bit
bars.
outdated.
And I
Yeah.
was kind of scared when
Mhm.
when they said that their budget was 230. I was like, are they going to be able to do all that with 230? But they
Yeah,
worked.
Yeah.
that was a little
They
slim.
did an awesome job.
Yeah, I
It
think
was a
on
I,
little
the
I was
stage,
slim.
I was nervous for
They
them
did a
too.
lot
Thankfully,
already.
they didn't have a lot of run into a lot of problems with structural issues. Thankfully, because I was thinking that too. You guys know I'm always looking at the numbers, and I was like 230, but they got a lot of space to cover and the pool house too. So I was like, oh, that's gonna be a stretch. So
Yeah,
um,
Ooh,
considering
that
the
is.
previous house, the previous shows that we looked at, what did they get
mhm,
for their 230, 250? I was very nervous for them, but
right,
it
yeah.
worked out.
yeah,
I think another part that where I think another area where they saved also was they didn't have to do all the floors, right? Because some of the floors was already done.
yeah.
They just had
And
to
and they had a lot of furniture pieces already that they wanted to use, like the heirloom piano and
yeah,
their dining room set that was their grandparents or something. So they were able to save, I think, like you said, and they had the extra flooring,
Yeah,
even though they didn't have
that
enough
made
to
up for
do
some
the whole
extra
project, but that
expense.
reduced the cost too because they
yeah,
had like 10 boxes of flooring, they said. So
yeah,
that was nice to add it into the cushion for them.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then moving right along to the budget, they had a healthy budget, even though we were nervous for them. But $230 is still a good chunk of change to kind of do some stuff. At least the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yes, at least the
If they
kitchen.
have to do just one thing, just please do the kitchen.
Mm-hmm,
Figure out
mm-hmm,
the rest of
mm-hmm.
the stuff as we go along. Okay, Petal is Bless is asking. It is Property Brothers Forever Home. It comes on Wednesdays on HGTV at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
That's
All right.
correct.
So, guys, the Inspiration Home. Talk to me about it.
I thought it was
Okay.
I was
beautiful.
My
inspired.
kitchen. Now you know, modern, modern, modern. That is my jam. That when I see the inspiration on that kitchen, I was like, oh yes,
The exhale,
It
she
Yeah.
was
was like,
pretty.
yeah.
that kitchen was me. Yes, indeed.
It
I
was it was
love the
giving me
kitchen.
like all these tropical vibes. Like even when they were walking up to it with all the greenery and everything, and then throughout the home they had live plants. And you guys know I'm a plant mommy, so I like having plants in my home, and so I definitely did hone in on that. I thought it was very modern but tastefully done. I was inspired by it. I was like, okay, this is a nice house to show them.
Yeah.
Right. The dining
Mhm.
area and that chandelier was awesome.
Kira, what do you think
Mhm.
about the Inspiration Home, Kira?
It was.
Oh, St. Martin.
I thought that it was just really bright, clean. It was just blah because it just didn't have enough color. It was missing some color. That's what I
I
can say
thought so
about it.
too.
I didn't like it.
I thought so too. At first glance, like when you're walking into the living area, I'm like, I started getting a little excited when they got to the kitchen, but I totally agree with you,
Mhm.
Kira. All right, we're just gonna highlight this person. This is Good Night from St. Martin, one
Oh,
island, two countries. Honey, I've been to your island. It's absolutely beautiful.
Oh
Shopping
yeah.
there is
St. Martin is
amazing.
beautiful.
Thank you
I
for
would love
coming
to
in.
go.
Thank you for coming in. All right, guys. So they went, they saw the Inspiration Home. They picked out, the likes and the dislikes and
Right.
all that wonderful stuff. And then it's option time.
Yes.
So the first option was $218,000, 8 weeks, where they would redo like the living room, the kitchen with the beautiful big island and those folding glass doors that would give them clear line of sight to the backyard, which is the pool, of course.
Mhm.
And then they did option two, where the no option
Right.
one
Mhm.
option one had the like just the pass through window and door, and then option two they would have done with the collapsible glass doors that you
Mhm.
can look straight to the backyard. And they
Mm-hmm.
chose option one. What do you guys think of the choice?
Initially, I thought the option two would be a good option because, and then they noticed that the other house, the Inspiration Home, had it, and they really wanted it, and the gentleman thought that it was going to be outside of their budget. So I thought it was cool that they showed them that it could be in their budget because it was going to be the max budget, but it was still within their budget. But I thought that just to have that, I would keep the $12,000 myself too, and just go with option one with a bigger window. You still got a nice view of the yard.
Yeah, and
See,
because option one
me,
was 218,000, and then option two with the collapsible doors would have been 230,000. So that would have just ate up all of their budget.
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
see, me, I'm opposite of Kenya.
Entire
I
budget.
wouldn't have been trying to save the money. I would have like, give me the sliding doors. I want the sliding doors. Let's
I,
spin it all.
Let's get
Right? You got it to spend. Go and burn it, huh?
I know that's
Look,
right.
y'all, that's why I can't be going shopping with Felisa all the time. I'd be like, look,
Just go ahead and spend it all.
Felisa be like, girl, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this. I'm like, okay, let me look and see. I gotta
I
see
know that's
what's gonna
right.
be the best financial option.
Felisa is like my sister. When I go shopping with my sister, honey, she shows me everything. And then we get up there, my bill is $200-300. Her bill is like, oh, $49.99. I'm like, I would never.
That's Kenya in the other
Yeah.
Do you guys
That's
have
us.
people like
Yeah.
that in your lives, in the chat, that you go shopping with and they just tell you how beautiful everything is and everything that you should get? And then you get up to the register and they have like two items and you're standing there with a cart with like 20 items in it. If you
Mhm.
Mhm.
if you have a friend or family member like that that you go shopping with, and they just make you do the absolute most, and they
Yeah.
be doing this much, just this much. Oh my God! Listen, my daughter. My daughter said that's her at the Dollar Tree.
Look, I've gone in Dollar Tree and spent a couple of hundred. I was like, now what in the world did I buy in the Dollar Tree? And I spent
Dollar Tree is
$150.
dangerous. The Dollar Tree is dangerous. I
Very,
It
mean,
is.
you could go,
very
you could spend
dangerous.
some money in the Dollar Tree.
I know
Those
that's
dollars
right.
add up.
Listen to Red
Hmm.
Hot.
Hey,
Listen to Red Hot.
and the
Red
quick.
Hot says, Red Hot's the culprit. Red
They do.
Hot says, I do that to everyone. And then Stephanie said for her, yeah, Stephanie said that was my mother. Her mother would push her, get this, get that, get this, get that. Then you get up to the register with them. They have one item, one. And then
Right.
they have the nerve to be like, I wonder if I should get this. Like, you better get it.
Really?
I would be like, yeah, you gonna buy it. You gonna buy that.
Ugh, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
here
you're
comes
right. It's a dollar and a quarter tree. That's right.
yeah.
A dollar and a quarter
It's
tree.
$1.25, and if you're in Canada, it's $1.50 because they were at a dollar. They were $1.25 before, so now
Oh.
it's
Oh.
$1.50. So we can't say we're
Hmm.
going to the Dollar Tree anymore. We're going to the dollar
Wow.
twenty-five tree or the $1.50 tree.
No.
Let's call it for what it is. All right, guys, in the chat, are
Yes.
you drinking your drinks? Are you drinking in the chat? All right, go ahead and sip on, and let's get through the rest of this show. All right, so with the choice, with them choosing option one, with just the pass through door and the window, one of the other points that the husband brought up, they would have lost some counter space because
Yes.
the collapsible glass door would have taken up all of that
Yeah.
space. But I'm kind of with for Lisa. Now, if we're gonna do it, let's just do it, okay? Like, you're in here, we're making everything beautiful. Yeah, just give me the
But
glass
big.
doors.
Give me the glass. Give me the glass.
Yeah.
I'll settle for the counter space on the other side, and we'll call it a day. Uh,
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
but they chose option one. All right, moving on to design. What do you think of the design options that Drew and Jonathan were looking at when they went to the warehouse and were looking at the items?
At first I wasn't happy with that wood. He's always grabbing that oak looking wood. But in the end, I see why he grabbed it because it matched that dining room table.
Yeah.
Everything just flowed.
Hmm.
But I liked everything they picked this time, when I look at the end product of it.
Hmm.
I,
What if
yeah,
I,
oh, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, I'm done.
I was gonna say when they were, I'm like you. I'm always when I get to that part of the show, I'm like, okay, let me see now because they only have limited things in there too. Looks like in their little showroom. So I was like, okay, we're gonna pick from the same three or four little options. But
The
I
greens
was
and the
like,
blues.
huh?
The greens and the blues.
You know it, and that's what we got again. But at least it was a little bit of a variation of it. And so when he was putting it together, I was like, okay, I was ready to move on. But one thing he did pull out that I like was the little gold knobs. I was
Yes.
like, now that I like,
Yeah.
and that was
Mhm.
something that I saw that was different from other times. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
that was the one thing that
That was
stood out to
definitely
me
one of my
outside of
favorites.
all the other stuff, which I was like, okay, here we go with the same old, same old. But I was like, okay,
Hmm.
this is different. Let's see what they're going to do. And I thought it was interesting that the
Love that.
couple asked for both wood and like painted cabinets or
Yeah.
whatever when they said, can we have a combination of both?
Yeah.
And they've done that before and we didn't really like it. So I was like, let's see how this comes out. So I was like, okay, I see you guys. Coming together. So
So it made me nervous when he put the blonde wood, the gray.
yeah,
I was like, I don't know. But this goes to show, guys, that week after week, as we watch it and look at the reveal, that their stuff always comes together,
yeah,
whether
Mhm.
it's your favor or not. So I think it's a matter of trusting them and trusting the process, because
that's
they've
it.
done it so many times that in the end the couple is always going to get what they want.
Yeah,
um
Mhm.
I like the gold knobs as well, and I like the countertop that they chose with the extra
Mhm.
veins in it. Like it was more marble than just
Yeah.
having like the veins. That is true. All right, guys. What did you guys think? Is there anything
Oh,
that you
yes,
guys
that
like?
townhouse was beautiful.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Kira. Okay, Kira is
The
going in and out
vein
again.
that was gorgeous. Okay, I think
Mhm.
it's still
Absolutely
working.
Mhm.
gorgeous. Absolutely
Can you
gorgeous.
hear me now?
All right. Thank you guys.
My
For
favorite, my
soliciting the comments so we can get some likes. Thank you
my
guys.
my favorite part of the reveal. Well, actually, I had two favorites. The key,
Can we
the
get to the
key.
reveal? Go ahead.
I thought you were already on the reveal.
Reveal it, sis. Reveal it. Yes, it's trying to reveal it. I'm loving for
Okay,
Lisa tonight. For Lisa is all about the business. For Lisa is like, we're at the
She's like,
reveal.
let's jump to the good
I
part.
am not the host, right? And I didn't. You know what? I'm a host the next one. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm shy.
Listen,
No, you're
there's
not.
no need to be shy. Tell her
You
don't
just
be
kidding,
shy,
right?
guys. You know everybody in this
She's not
chat.
gonna
You know
do it.
everybody in this chat. And everybody
You
in this
might be a
chat
little
knows
quiet,
you.
but not shy.
Oh, that's so nice.
You ain't shy.
Okay,
Go ahead. First glance at the reveal.
me.
Go ahead, Melissa.
Yes.
Oh, I was saying what I really liked about the reveal. My favorite part was the wine room that they did, the wine
Yes.
room
Oh,
and the kid play area under the stairs. I
Yes.
love
Yes.
that.
Those
yeah.
were
Mhm.
amazing. Look at our sister
Yes.
in here. Hey,
I love that.
Trev.
Hey, Trevina.
Hey,
Hey.
Trevina. Royalty Designs with Trevina is in the house. Check us out. Check us out. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our other sister. She's working on individual projects. She's super busy at this time, but keep your eyes glued to this show. You never know.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, so back to the
Absolutely.
reveal. Yes, the wine room was amazing. What a way
Gorgeous.
to
Fabulous.
use that little extra
Fabulous.
space that they had.
Mm-hmm.
That was
And
amazing.
going by some of the wine that he had on that wall, yes, he can afford to buy his wedding off that wine because
I
I was
know
like,
that's right.
look at that
Yeah.
wine. I
That's
wanted to, if
great.
I had a camera that can zoom in on the label.
I know that's right. Maybe we can write into Drew and Jonathan and ask them, get in touch with them and let's see what kind of wines they had up in there. You
Right?
never know.
I'm
Because
not
Guys,
really like a
like,
connoisseur, like Drew said. I'm not really a connoisseur of wine, but I mean, I can appreciate a good glass, right? And so I don't really like have it in my home, like store like that. But for someone that does, I thought that was a gorgeous space. It
yes,
looked really commercial and high end, and
absolutely.
it flowed nicely though with the home. So even though it did kind of give me like commercial vibes, it was still very appropriate for the space, even considering it was kind of off like their living room. So at first I was kind of like when they were putting it there, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know. I probably would have kept the patio because they could have put a really cute little sitting area for morning coffee or whatever." But when it came together, I was like, that was the perfect addition and perfect for this
Absolutely.
couple too.
I agree.
I
And
was
they
like,
probably
okay,
would
I
have the
want my
morning
wine.
coffee by the pool. They probably have the morning coffee by the pool, right? Go
Mm-hmm.
ahead, Bree. Go ahead.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna do my wine cellar over again because I really, really like that one. I was like, okay, I was jotting down ideas.
Look at we
That door was
Yeah.
I
$7,500.
know. So
Yeah.
guess what, Bree? Bree, it looks like for you need the wine cellar, and then you were talking about your island the other day. You're gonna need to call Drew and Jonathan. They property Bree
I
needs
tell
you.
you,
If you guys are watching, Bree needs you, Property Brothers. They need that
yes,
wine cellar, and she needs a huge black and white island. Come on,
Yes.
yeah, that's my
Bree's
dream.
waiting for you. Bree's waiting for you. All right.
Now, can we say too what Felisa mentioned about just the space for the kids? I thought that was really cool because in our house we have storage under the staircase also, which is where I store my Christmas items. And so I thought it was cool that he said like once the kids got older, then it could be just additional storage for them, which was
Mm-hmm.
something that they didn't already have.
Yeah,
And so, but I thought it was really cool to think about the kids and incorporate it the way they did. I thought that was really unique, and I thought it was really cute how they added a little decor in there too. That was a fun touch because we don't usually see them do kids space. So I
exactly.
thought that was really cute how it came together for the girls.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Kira, how
right.
you doing, Kira?
She's still frozen.
She's like going in and out, in and out.
She's going in and out.
Oh,
Oh,
All right, we'll just continue to look at Kira's
I don't know
beautiful
what's going
face. And
on.
then if go ahead,
My
Kira.
internet is acting up tonight.
Okay. We understand, girl. This is a live show, so sometimes we will have technical
I don't know what's
difficulties.
wrong with it tonight.
I know it's acting up. See, now you're talking. And guys, in the comment section, we thank you for your patience and you understand, especially you creators that are in here,
Yeah.
that sometimes when you go live, anything is liable to happen. But we're going to continue on. All right, guys. So when they walked in the living, like when they walked in first, I'm looking at it and I'm like, with the exception of these were my first thoughts. With the exception of the floors that they did and the new banister on the staircase, which was beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
and they removed the barrier between like the foyer and the sunken living room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it just looked like they tidied up the house. That's
Right.
Basically,
what I got.
basically, it was
And
very
but they
plain.
forgot to paint the door. That's exactly
Exactly.
what
They
I
gotta
thought
right,
too. But
paint
they left
right,
the
the
right.
inside of the door.
door.
I was
I
like,
Yeah,
why
saw
did they
that.
paint that black or whatever to match the staircase? And it would have made more
Exactly.
sense.
That was
yeah.
my
Yeah.
That area
question.
was lacking.
Yeah. So
It was lacking.
Yeah, that's what
when they walked in, I was underwhelmed. I'm like, it
Mhm.
just looks like they tidied up the house. That's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much what it
Mm.
looked like to me. And then when they went to like the kitchen
That's
area
awesome.
and then the dining room, I'm like, okay, now I'm really starting to see the changes. It looks like we're having all kind of technical issues tonight, but
Yeah.
the show must go on.
You
And
know, I will say
these ladies are professional and they know how to jump out and jump right back in.
exactly right.
There you go.
So I will say I'm with you, Shalom. It did look like they just kind of spruced things up. They didn't. It looked, especially considering they used the same sofa and the same rug in the same space too. Like
Yeah,
they could at least moved it around a little bit. Which I know
exactly.
that layout was probably the best for that large sofa with the piano there. But I just thought, okay, maybe they could just add a couple of throw pillows or a throw blanket or something on the sofa to give it a little more pizzazz so it didn't look exactly like it looked when in the before.
They add
So
flowers.
yeah, I was like,
They,
okay, okay. I mean, I thought it looked nice. The space looked nice, and it was with their things. But I was just like, okay, you're right. You didn't really see their impact until you went further into the space.
Exactly.
well, I knew that was probably going to happen because that $230,000 was a little skimpy, so they had to skimp somewhere. They couldn't do as much as they wanted to
It,
in that front area. So I knew that was going to happen, but you're right.
Well,
It was lacking. It was
they could
lacking
have did.
there in that front room. They
they
didn't do
could have painted
anything,
that door.
and the only thing that they did in the foyer was the stairs. They did, like you said, separated the what was that, a banister or whatever you have.
Yeah, they moved that
Yeah,
out.
they knocked that down, and then they made some steps. Um,
Yeah, they redid
improved.
the floors.
Yeah, and redid the floors.
Mhm.
But once you pass that area, then you can see where the money was spent.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
at
Hmm.
think
first
the
glance,
majority.
go ahead for Lisa.
Oh, I think the majority of their money probably went in that kitchen. You saw how they raised up. Well, you're not to the kitchen yet. My bad.
It's okay. You can talk. Don't talk around it. When at first glance when
Right,
they
we're not
walked in, I'm
even.
like, okay, so this is what I would have expected at the first impressions,
Yeah,
based on how the outside of the house looked when you walk up to it. I'm like,
right,
this is what I thought it
Mhm.
would have looked like
right.
Mhm.
when they came in for the reveal. For Lisa, we can talk about the kitchen. Absolutely.
Okay, kitchen. I think the most of their money went in that kitchen because
Yeah,
they had to raise that ceiling up, and
yeah.
that was a very expensive job because they moved the electricity, they moved those air ducts and all that stuff
Hmm.
over
Mm-hmm.
to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Did
Yeah.
y'all notice that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what the funny
yeah.
thing is? They initially they said
Yeah.
they wanted space. And then when renovation started and they saw how high the kitchen ceiling was, right, they were like,
Okay.
She had that look on her face like, did I
we
really want this?
we didn't know it was gonna be like this. I'm like,
And
Right.
Drew
what?
was like, oh,
I
no, no,
have
no, 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 no.
I know. And I'm
She was
saying to
like, no,
myself,
no, 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 no.
But
I
she
have
thought about
too
how
much
that light
space.
bill, the electricity bill, gonna go up.
That's probably what she was thinking.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I have too much space, said no one ever.
Yeah.
This is too much space, said no one ever. So
Not
they were
right.
like, and I'm saying to myself, seriously, but you wanted them. He told you that he was gonna raise it.
Right.
I guess they didn't realize how high it was. But
Yeah.
I think the kitchen was beautiful. Oh my God, the appliances.
Oh, gorgeous. That range. Oh my goodness. I was like, that is like I'm not even, I mean, I cook a little bit, but I would probably cook every day. And I better not even say that out loud because my husband might go buy one. But with a range like that, I might be like, let me see what I'm gonna cook today. Let me
I
see
know
what I'm gonna
that's
cook.
right.
Because I would be in the kitchen like whipping up something on that
Yeah.
beautiful range.
It was beautiful. The tones worked well together.
Yes.
Um, there's just one thing though. I think personally I would have gone with the white backdrop, the white herringbone backdrop. I just felt like
Yeah.
it was everything was just so gray on that side, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
like maybe the white herringbone backdrop would have, you know, lifted that side
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
a little bit
Hmm.
more.
I
Mm,
didn't. I
okay.
didn't. I wasn't.
I
It
didn't
didn't
miss it,
stand
but I
out to
did.
me as something that I didn't like. I didn't not like anything about the kitchen. I thought it was gorgeous. I thought even though they had to keep that window, which wasn't what they wanted to have to do, they cleaned it up really well and made it look new and made it look like a part of the
Yeah.
space. I was impressed with the kitchen. I really didn't have any downsides to it. I was like, it's a nice job. I love how the two-tone cabinets looked on and how
Mm-hmm.
long the island was. I
Yes.
was
Mm-hmm.
impressed with
Yeah,
it.
the kitchen was beautiful. My only thing was it being just so great on that side. And then they when during the decor choices, they chose the gray herringbone and then the white one. I thought they would
Hmm.
probably would have just lightened that side, but it was absolutely beautiful. Another thing that I'm not keen on, and this is the second time that I've seen them do it, is the open shelving
I
underneath.
Oh
know.
yeah.
I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't know why
understand.
they keep doing it. Because it's a
Yeah,
long island or what? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
Why
can
they
yeah,
maybe
keep doing
see having like one or two little small space if you want to put cookbooks or something, but
yeah,
not for dishes and things, especially people with kids. Like, I
exactly.
just, you need to be able to put things behind the doors. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
that would be
I didn't
me.
care for that part, but
Yeah. Sandia says kitchen and bathroom give you back your biggest returns.
oh,
Absolutely.
That's
most
very
definitely.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's very
Yeah.
true. Very
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
true.
Most
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
And then we talked about the wine room, which was really, really nice. Let's talk quickly about the bar area now. I think that
Gorgeous.
space looked better than the upstairs space where the bar and the little
Mm-hmm.
area
Mm-hmm.
was.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
the
thought they
family
did
room
that very
space.
well. That
Yes.
family room space was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
loved it.
It
I
was like an
loved it.
entertainer's retreat to me. I was like,
Yes.
that's like the perfect place. Like, I could imagine like my husband and the guys hanging out down there while me and the ladies up in the kitchen area in that island space, but we're
Mhm.
all kind of still close, but in our own little areas. I thought that Barley did a fantastic job of updating it, but keeping it. You guys know I'm all about that. I like it when they use things that they already have instead of just ripping out perfectly good stuff, even though it might be dated. If you could do something to reuse it, then I like the idea of being able to do that first before I just go and buy. So I thought it was really
Mm-hmm.
nice that they did that to the bar and to the entertainment space in the
Yeah.
family area and made it look like a custom built in. I thought they did a
Yes,
fabulous job with that.
that was
I
Mhm.
very,
knew you
very
would probably
nice.
been happy with that fireplace then because they did not
I
touch
love
it.
You know
Go ahead,
it.
Kenya. They heard us from last week. We
they
said, "You're
did.
not
Yes,
hearing
I'm
us
like, they're
more."
They did
listening.
not touch it.
And
They
they
did not touch that
listen.
fireplace. 'Cause I was like, oh, Kenya, you got your wish.
They
Yes,
listen. They listen.
yeah.
Great
And it
going,
was a
guys.
big
Great going.
fireplace. It was
Yes,
big.
Yes, it
yes.
was. And it
So
looked
they
really
heard you.
fresh and bright and new with what they did with it. So I thought they did a fantastic job. To me, this was
Absolutely.
the
That dining
best
room table was
work
beautiful
I've
too.
seen them do within the season. So of all the episodes that we discussed, I thought this one was the best, in my
That's what
opinion.
I did. I
Outside of
did
the
too.
living room
Okay.
kind of just being what they already had, but they worked with what
That's
the family wanted also.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I had to agree with you. I thought this
right.
was the best.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And
It was the
how they
best.
redid the dining room table and chairs.
That was gorgeous.
That
That
was
That was
Yes,
table.
gorgeous, right? And that is something
Mm.
that they've had,
oh, that was so
down
so
generations. That was
yes.
beautiful. That was beautiful. That they
It
were
was.
able.
I was surprised by that because at first I was like, "Who wants those cane chairs?" But then I was like, "Okay, cane chairs, come on through. I see
Come
you."
through. I
they
know they
look
were
really good.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
that
all right.
industrial light that was above that table fit it perfectly. That
It
Yeah,
those
did.
Mhm.
it
yeah.
fitted perfectly. It was
Great
really
Mhm.
going,
nice. I really
guys.
liked it.
Great going. All right, we have a few minutes to go, but we just have one more space that we need to talk about, and that is the renovated pool house. What did you guys, your thoughts on the pool house?
I
That was
liked it. I just wasn't feeling that divider doors that they had. I mean, I
For
don't
the
know.
bedroom?
I wasn't, but I like the space. I just probably would have did something different. Maybe it's the color that they put in there. Maybe it was the color of the dividers.
Yeah.
I like the
Hmm.
dividers, but I don't know. It
You
could have
know
been
what?
yeah.
I'm thinking
Speaking
it
of
probably was the color.
Could
Shawana,
have been a
speaking,
color, but
you being an island girl, like for me, I was with it because it reminded me of a little villa that we stayed in when we went to Jamaica. We had a girls' trip,
Hmm.
and it was almost exactly like that. It was like a villa basically, and it had like the little kitchenette with the refrigerator, and the bed was off to the side like that with those divider things, and then the living space and what and everything. It was very similar. So I was like, they did a good job. I thought they did a good job. I was kind of surprised that they put that there as opposed to not just making it a door because, but you know what? When we're not standing in the space, we don't really know spatially how it feels. Like it looks visually larger maybe to us watching it on television as opposed to being there in person. Because maybe if they had made it into a room, because I was thinking, why didn't they just make a room? Then, but it might have made it feel really
Yeah,
enclosed.
maybe small.
Yeah, too like maybe felt like a closet. So I thought it was cute. I thought it was so that you don't walk in and see the bed straight away. And
Hmm.
two, it was I guess reminiscent for me because I was like, oh, it's a cute little cottage.
It was beautiful and I really liked it. The dividers, no. I'm gonna tell you what I would have thought.
Yeah.
In a space like that, you have, if it's like a chill area, you probably have, and like you're visiting family and you're in there, and then other family members are probably gonna come in there too, and everybody's chatting, laughing, whatever. I would have loved maybe something that could fold back,
Ah,
like
Hmm.
a door that you can fold, like the glass
yeah,
door, but not glass, that you can fold and push all the way back. Because
yeah.
sometimes you just need your privacy and you don't
Mhm.
need, you know,
Mm-hmm.
whoever is coming in or whatever, you're laying in the bed, you're, changing clothes or whatever, if you're not
You're
using the
right.
bathroom, and then everybody can just see the bed. So give them the option that they can close it off if they want to, and if they want to open it and everybody's in the same space,
Mm-hmm.
laughing, chatting, whatever, then you just kind of fold it back and opening. That was my only drawback with the
Mm.
pool house, but I think it was beautiful otherwise. Let me know if you
That's a
guys
good
have.
idea. I'm thinking for Lisa with us being hospital people and showing me your husband healthcare also. Like I'm thinking the curtains, you know how they kind of the hospital
Or
bedroom
even
curtains slide
something.
and go around, but instead of a curtain, like right, like some kind of partition door or whatever, or
Yeah.
even like those barn doors that you've seen people where
Yeah,
they slide and they
exactly.
go into a pocket or whatever on the wall so
Yes,
that they're not.
That
yes.
was
Yeah, that would have been a good idea to do that too.
Exactly. So that was my
Hmm.
only
that would have been.
thing. Awesome, awesome. So, guys, we are at the end, but before we go, I want to ask you this last question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how did the Property Brothers do?
I give them a 9.5.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. What's how you take it off marks for what? The dividing door?
Well, yes, I probably would have gave them a 10 if it wasn't that color. It's the
Ooh.
color that I think that threw it off for me. So a
Mm.
9.5 from Homebody with Felisa.
All right, somebody with Felicia, and the results are in. Ladies, what are you rating this episode with the finished
I
product?
would say a 9 because I think they could have did something. I think they could have gave a little bit more than that front area where the foyer was, and the was that a living room? I think they could have did a little bit more. They probably could have did something. They didn't have to spend money, but it just needed something. But
I,
everything
I
else was
agree.
great. But
I
I
am
gave it a 9.
I am on side with you, Brie, with the 9. Ladies,
Yeah.
make sure in the chat if you watch the episode, put your rating in the chat for the Property Brothers. Out of 10, how do you think they did on this reno? The overall look, the finished product, the walk-in, the spaces, the pool house. Put it in the chat. Let me know what your rating is for them. 9, whether out of 10, what's your rating?
I have to say a 9 also, partially because like I felt like they should have did something with the door, the entryway door. They just left it that light color that looked like from the 80s. So that should have been addressed. And then I didn't like that they put that black little thin runner rug on top, like Bree, when you were saying in the entryway, it was just like a
Mm,
rug, and she kind of almost slipped. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the
no,
wife
I didn't
kind of
see
slipped a
that.
little bit. It didn't
Oh
have a
wow.
pad under it. So I was like, they didn't even have to have that. They could have not did that.
Yeah, no, you're
But with that and the fact that the living room basically did, like showing, like you said, looked like they just kind of spruced things up. It wasn't so impressive in the entryway. Like you said, it looked like how we would have expected the house to look at the beginning of the
yeah.
show. So
Mm,
I thought, but overall, in the other spaces, I thought they did a fantastic job. And to me, the kitchen really made up for, um, the couple little
Yeah.
shortcomings. And then I have to say, I thought it was really cool that they listened to the customer, which is
Yeah.
always key, right? They listened to the
mhm.
customer and gave them what they wanted and used the pieces that they requested. And I thought that
Absolutely.
was like key. So even though I would have probably liked for them to do a little bit more in the entryway in the living room, clearly the family wanted to use their own sofa. They wanted to use their rug, their table, those cool chairs. They wanted to use their own stuff. So maybe for us, it didn't give me like the big wow difference that I was expecting, but I think that overall the family was really happy with their space, and that's what's key.
Absolutely.
Right.
Nicely wrapped up. Kira, show me on your hand. Maybe you can show if we can't hear you. I don't know if you have sound. What you think the rating for what's your rating for this week's reveal?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
9.
Of course.
9. Okay, good. And you know what? We
Awesome.
have a few 9s for those people who watch. We have the 9s also.
Oh yeah.
I think Kenya summed it up very beautifully that there were kind of like shortfalls where we're concerned, but the family's happy, and to each his own. Everybody knows what they want in their home and how they want it to be, and you can't knock a person for that, right? I like a certain
That's
thing,
correct.
a
Yeah.
certain thing, and we all deserve to live in a home that we love, not
Yeah.
Exactly.
not what somebody else's think. So great job. Let's give the Property Brothers a round of applause for doing a
Good
great
job, guys. Good
with
job.
this renovation. All right, guys, that is all we have for tonight. We went over only by 3 minutes. We promise not to keep you too long, but thank you so much for joining us again. Again, before you go, if you have not yet subscribed to our channels, please do so. Kenya says you got 24 hours to do it, honey. Make sure you go. Make sure you go and subscribe to all of our channels. We have videos that we have just like posted, and we have a lot of content coming up. Thank you so much for being a part of this and for joining us every Friday. We will be back next Friday, same time, same place, with the same beautiful panelists. So thank you again. Stephanie, thank you so much for being moderator. Make sure you also go check out Creatively Miss Me with Stephanie. Head on over there to her channel and make sure you subscribe as well. On that note, guys, good night. Love you, love you, love you, love you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Good night.